reporting on the Great Depression.
The stock market crashed in 1999 and consumer spending and investing dropped significantly. Lots of people had to be laid off because so many companies were failing. Nearly half of the country's banks failed and were shut down, 15 million Americans were unemployed, and the government raised interest rates to preserve the dollar.
The Depression lasted from 1929 to 1939, and the economy completely crashed. Over half of the banks in America crashed, and American GDP fell 15% in 1 year. Thousands of homeless families camped out on the Great Lawn in Central Park in New York City.
It's a perfect day, it's a gloomy day in the weather.
Dust storms made the Depression much worse because farmers were forced to leave their land.
Okay, so magnesium and iodine.
I have one more question for you. Is the M squared, is that M squared or is it just H?
Little arms, little arms.
Now we talk to a Texas resident.
Hi y'all, my name's Alexis, and I live in Texas. All the hillbillies like to call me Alexis, Texas, and my land has been destroyed from these dirty dust bowls.
Thank you, Alexis. Now back to Olivia.
The Dust Bowl occurred in Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Colorado, and Kansas. Because the farmers had raked up all the prairie grass that held the soil down, it began to blow away. It led to massive dust storms. The Dust Bowl was known as the Dirty 30s, lasting a decade. Severe drought hit the Midwest and the southern Great Plains in the 1930s. By 1934, 35 million acres of land that had been previously good for farming were now useless for farming. Another 125 million acres were rapidly losing their topsoil. The dust bowls were often called black blizzards. Sometimes the dust and dirt was carried as far as Washington, D.C. and New York City. The dust storms would take place sometimes for days at a time.
Thank you, Olivia.
By 1940, 2.5 million people had left the Great Plains. 200,000 moved to California. By 1933, the unemployment rate had risen from 3% to 25%. They used zippers because buttons were too expensive. The biggest hit song was Brother, Can You Spare a Dime by Bing Crosby, and prices fell 10% every year.
Finley Lowe reporting on the New Deal.
The New Deal created 42 new agencies. It created jobs and unemployment insurance for people who were unemployed. Some still exist today, like social.
Wait, what was your name? What was the name of the...
Hi, I'm Ruth Goff, and I have dust pneumonia. The dust bowl is really bad, and I have dust pneumonia because of it. And it's just really bad, and now I don't have any wheat, and now I do have dust pneumonia.
I'm Kristen. I'm from Alabama, and it gave me the crimson flu. That's just the poor dust all up my nasal strips.
Hi, my name is Timothy. I was blinded by the dust storm, and now I can't see.
Kristen, I'm from Alabama, and it gave me the crimson flu. That's just the poor dust all up my nasal strips.